Hi you guys, my name is Avion. I'm 21 years old and I will be the next superstar. I think that was good. You guys don't know me yet, keyword yet, but my time is coming very soon. A very important lesson that I've learned throughout, honestly, these last few months is that patience is a virtue, and I hate that expression more than anything. Because I'm not a patient person, especially when I have something in my mind. I need it now. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And through the trials and tribulations, I've had to learn to just be proactive, but don't force anything. Every time I try to force something, it didn't really want to work out. I think it's really funny because when I envisioned making this first video, I imagined everything going perfectly and I would tell you about all the amazing things that happened, which led to fame and stardom and everything, you know? But unfortunately, that's not the case. In fact, April was supposed to be my month. April was supposed to be my month. I was talking with my friends, I was hyping it up, I had everything planned, I was being so diligent, and then everything went to shit! Oh my goodness. April Fools, bruh! April Fools, April 1st, was the worst day of my entire life, and I'm not even being dramatic. It was so bad that I really thought it was a joke. But unfortunately, no, it was my reality. I'm at a place now where I can reflect, I can look back, and I'm like, we found our chi, we're calm, we're collected, it's beautiful over here. I was going to April 1st. And I think it would be best to start from the beginning. First thing first, if you know me, I don't get sick. My body is a temple. For the first time in, I promise you, in like a year. And I already knew, I should have knew in that moment that everything else was gonna go to shit. I should have knew in that moment it was over for me. Because I actually got physically sick on March 31st, the night of. And I guess there were some benefits to it because my body being just feeling terrible, you know, I decided to take a whole bunch of NyQuil and I went to sleep at like 8. And I usually go to sleep closer to like midnight to get my schedule. No, I went to sleep at 8 and I slept for 12 hours, which is all right. We loved, but it was good because I promise you, if I was healthy, I would have been up all night, thinking, reflecting, praying, manifesting. Anything you can think of, I would have been doing that, and I would not have been able to go to sleep. And the reason for that is April 1st, ironic, April Fools, was the day that the Screen Test Awards came out. And you're thinking to yourself, Xavion, why is this important? Well, let me tell you, I thought this was one of the biggest events of my entire life, and not even just regarding music. Let me take it back for a second. If you were to win the Screen Test Awards, you get a plethora of prizes, from magazine cover to curated mentorship for your specific thing. You get a whole bunch of money to start your program, a whole boom, 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 boom. All these amazing things that, especially as a developing artist, I was like, give me that. And I've been working and doing stuff for them for months, starting back over the summer. Are you dumb or dumb? Exactly. So I was like, I didn't want to do all this shit just to lose. And I don't lose, first of all, especially because I just have that competitive nature built into me. Oh, it's in me. No, I'm just kidding. I have that competitive nature already from sports, you know? Call me fucking Troy Bolton. Exactly. Bitches can never. I wake up, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I go and I grab my phone. And I'm expecting, yeah. My body's literally fucking shaking right now. Like, I'm going back in the moment. I lost. And the thing is, which is really funny, is I didn't even care about any of this other stuff. The music stuff, I knew respectfully the look, the vibe, the body, the face, the voice, the entertainment. It's gonna get me where I need to go respectfully. You know, so I wasn't even too worried about the music. The reason why I wanted to win this competition so badly, and even in my head, I said if I don't win, it's just not gonna pan out. If I were to win, I get Zaya, me and someone else would have been able to get flown out for a full paid trip to either LA or New York, whatever their cycle goes for their shoots and stuff, right? And everything's paid for, everything's beautiful. And I was like, this will be the perfect opportunity because I will be referring to him as Pinto. Because you're all little freaks and I don't want you doing anything. Y'all gotta stay out of his business for real. Because I love him so much and I don't need anything happening to him. If I were to win, I wanted to take Pinto on said trip. We were going through a lot of things at the time and it was very, I don't know. We've been together, I want to say, for a year, going into winter break and stuff. Things kind of, I don't want to go into all the details, but I'm not gonna lie, when I reflect back, I know now I'm definitely at a place where I know I need to let go. And I have. I've moved on. Not to other people, but to grow as an individual. Because respectfully, I need to get my own shit together, and I realized that. And also, with everything else that's transpiring right now, I need to make sure that I have the money, the resources to truly be an amazing partner to whoever I meet, if it's him in the future. We'll see how all that goes, you know? But yeah, I was gonna take him. Didn't end up working out, and my heart sank. It's not like that competition had any jurisdiction over us getting back together and stuff. Oh, to contextualize, we broke up. And we were at this point of trying to figure out how to navigate these next few years because I'm graduating. He still has a few more years in school. Even though, don't piss me off right now, I'm 21, he's 20. So, cougar arc, never that. I was grade catfish, okay? I didn't know. We have a foundation of just pure love, you know, but being just so young and naive, and honestly, this was the first time I've ever been in love with someone. For real, you know? The vulnerability. He completely altered my brain chemistry in a way that it was beautiful. And I love the person that he made me become. And I'm excited to see how things pan out in the future. So that was number one. Moving into the second part. I have been working my ass off to start getting into the performing realm. Particularly, we're moving to April 5th. April 5th was the band year, which is a part of Madhouse. It's a specialized program for music production, development, whatever. They do their own stuff, you know? And if you know Madhouse, number one, don't ever piss me off ever again. Syracuse University all the way. Go Orange! All Mine. All Mine is going to be released very soon. As of now, I'm not gonna say the exact date just in case we decide to change it. But it was supposed to be in April, end of April. So I was thinking to myself, what happens if I can try and perform at the spring Madhouse event, the class that I'm a part of, you know? Because not only will that be great video to showcase my performing capabilities, but furthermore, I can use it for promotion for said song. Fucking genius, am I right? But no, it didn't end up working out. And the thing is, to contextualize, my professor, love her. She is amazing. I talked to her in the beginning of the year. She saw the vision immediately and she was like, oh, yeah, we're getting you to perform. She was like, quote for quote, verbatim, it is my job to see talent and make it happen. Okay, well, that wasn't a quote for quote, but it was something along those lines, okay? So don't piss me off. However, and this is a big however, she said, I need to go and convince the class to put me in. Bitch, I don't know any of these people. I literally did not know a single person in that classroom. And they were all a lot younger than me too. This was like a sophomore level class. But the reason why I took it is because I didn't know anyone. And the thing is, I'm not a shy person at all. But at the same time, I'm not going to be one of those people who are just being obnoxious and like, hey, you guys, can you put me in the show? Because of like, and she said she couldn't help really in any manner because she didn't want to impede with the class. Our job was to put together an amazing concert, choose the people who we want to do this, who want, you know, we already have our teams and everything. And that's another thing. She set me up to fail, bro. Because in the beginning of the semester, after talking with her, everyone was assigned specific groups. And this is something, if you ever watch this, Professor S, I love you so much, I promise. You set me up! Okay, so everyone was assigned their groups. We had brand partnerships, grassroots, and production. Those aren't important. Everyone in the class was assigned a group, except for me. And the reason why is because she knew I was going to perform and also host the entire event. She knew it! She knew it. And she even told me. And now she's trying to go back and say like, oh, I promise I signed you to a group. No, you didn't! You set me up from the beginning, because the first thing that happened was I went, oh, I'm not in any group. Maybe I should join a group. I said this a week later. It's like, maybe I should join a group so I can make some, I don't know, friends? But no. Eventually I was like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, what you want to join? I decided to join brand partnerships. I don't even know what obviously I know everything now. But in the beginning, I really didn't know too much about that. In retrospect, maybe I should have joined grassroots or a different organization. No. And they didn't hate me, but at the same time, they were not only confused, but they did not fuck with me. Because one, they were probably like, why wasn't he assigned a group? Who is he? He's not even in the Bandier program. I'm not even in Bandier.
She's not a Christian!
I'm in BDJ. I'm born to be on the camera. That's what I do every single day for my capstone and every single day for my major. And as I'm trying to like get to know them a little bit, actually I'm lying. I didn't really try to get to know them. I did a terrible job. But I was nervous. I was scared, you know? Like, I don't want to be bullied. Please. But at the same time, it's okay. Because I was like, maybe the easiest way to convince them is to just show them every single thing that I've ever done in my entire life, which is leading to all the music coming out. So I sent them this very, very long text. And this is right before spring break, because my professor was like, hey, like the class doesn't really know about anything about your performance. Like, have you talked to them? Have you? No. So I'm like, I guess let me get started. I sent them a long text. And I get the response back, oh, that's really cool. What does that have to do with brand partnerships? Bitch! You're done. So this is when I knew from the jump that they just didn't understand what was going on. And more than didn't understand, like they didn't really care. So, long story short, the weeks are going by and I'm just trying everything, talking to them, texting, this. Apparently, I caused so much drama. Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
Of course. And the thing is, that's why I knew I was gonna be famous and set, because if I can cause that much drama from just a little bit of, even though I don't like drama, I don't do drama, I never do drama, ever. At the same time, I was like, yeah, I'm born for this. I can handle it. It got back to the head of the entire department, and Bill Wordy, love him too, but at the same time, he is like, Xavion, what the fuck did you do? And I'm like, I don't know, please. Like, I literally don't know. Everyone is like talking about it, and I was like, who is he? Like, who does he think he is? Like, how is he just gonna tell us to like let him perform and all that shit? Like, they're getting on. The sophomores are jumping me, bro. And I'm just like, all right. So, eventually, it gets to the point where it's April 1st, and we're trying to decide everything, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm out of here, and I'm not performing, I'm not hosting, I'm doing all that shit. And it didn't go like that, but in my mind, I was just like, yeah, I can't even do it. And the thing is, which made it even worse, is that I was sick. I was really, really, really sick. Like, I was literally gonna die still, like physically. So I was like, I can't even, if I wanted to, perform or host. And maybe that was a sign from the universe, because I wanted to perform so badly, but no, it didn't end up working out. So April 5th comes along, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm dying still physically, and it just didn't end up working out. So that performance got canceled, and that really sucks, because April 25th is University Union, and we love UU. Even though I haven't ever been to a UU party, I just heard it was like really cool. And University Union takes place in the Dome. And if you don't know what the Dome is, it is our football stadium and basketball stadium, I guess, combined. Like, it's the huge Carrier. I guess it's not the Carrier Dome, it's JMA Wireless Dome, so they changed the name of it. But it's huge and it's beautiful, and it's this big-ass concert. And apparently they have, like, Lotto headlining, and I don't know who the other people are, but it should be fun. I'm definitely gonna go, so I'm very excited for that. But my goal and my objective was to start to build a crowd, start to build a following, you know? I was like, ooh, let me get all this stuff started. And eventually get to the point where I can perform at UU. And I think the most beautiful part about all of this is that the head of UU, we love her, she's in my capstone class for Newhouse. you know, for my BDJ class. So I see her every day, and I was like, oh, my mind. I was just like, hello, like we can really make this feasible now. April 5th was supposed to be really important because they were gonna go to the performance, see me perform, check it out. Hopefully the song builds hype. Like it was like these were like pretty much interconnected. Once the April 5th thing didn't work out, I texted them. I was like, oh, like, do you think we can get that? Shut down real quick. Shut down real quick. They're like, hey, like, sorry, like, you don't have any music out yet. My fucking backup dancers. Oh, that's another thing. There were so many complications with my backup dancers. That also caused a lot of drama because respectfully, if you ever see me perform all mine, it's never gonna be ghetto. It's never gonna be, it's music in general. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have like, regarding the entire music industry right now, we are glorifying mediocrity. And no, I'm not being petty. I'm not doing any of that shit, respectfully. I'm sometimes bored watching people perform, and I'm also like bored. And the thing is, which makes me the most angry is that a lot of artists nowadays, I'm not gonna go into names, they're very replaceable. You know? We're not getting Michael, we're not getting Beyonce's, you know? Those are the people that just, they're true performers. We're not getting that anymore, and that's pissing me off. And the people that are thinking they're doing it, they're not, respectfully. When I go to a concert, I want, if you're not giving me the best vocals I ever heard in my entire life, because I love that, you know? If you can just stand in a mic and just blow me away with your voice, that is one of the most, chef's kiss, you do your thing. A lot of these bitches are not doing that, respectfully. More importantly, if you can't dance or, you know, do something that like rock or like the rock and roll, like I want experience, you know? Experience, you guys will see about that later. My TV show when I get a little bit older and more famous. So, I'm not getting that anymore. So, all mine, I know what I'm capable of. Bitch, I've been dancing for a long ass time. I'm a D1 athlete. Troy Bolton could fucking never. Even though I've been watching High School Musical and we love at the same time. They could never. So I knew in my heart that I was never gonna settle for something that was less than the performance that I know I can give. I'm not standing on a stage and doing some cute ass little routine. No, I want production. I want everything. I want this to be insane. When you think of Xavion, you're gonna be like, no one else is ever gonna do it like him. Ever. And that's not what any of these performances we're gonna give. Respectfully, because standing on some small ass stage, or even if I was able to do something like Block Darty, and that's the pre-show to Block Party, okay? Just to give some, if I were able to land that, even, I wouldn't even be able to have all my backup dancers, the flips, the boom, everything that I know I want to do. So I was like, all right, April 25th, canceled. So, competition, we lost. Physically Ill want to, April 5th, canceled. April 25th, canceled. Everything is going to shit. The only thing, and I talked about this a little bit earlier, but let's go back to the April 1st. The only thing that can salvage any of this, because I know music is always going to be music, and I have the most incredible fucking team back home. And respectfully, the talents, the looks, the face, the body T, the entertainment, the comedy, the model. I'm gonna get it done one way or another, respectfully.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that?
The only thing that would salvage the worst day of my entire life so far was getting back together with Pinto. In retrospect, I realize maybe I could have handled this a lot better, and I'm not saying that a different outcome would have occurred, because I know the outcome that happened is for a reason and it's for the best. You know, we both got to get some shit together, and we're not in the place to be with each other right now. Respectfully. He has a very important architecture project, and he's been, I don't know, slaving away all week, okay? And this is like 2 days or something before it's due, and he's just, if you know anything about architecture, they're little freaks, they're little masochists. They love being in pain and doing a lot of work. he's tweaking, he's trying to get everything done. And I'm over here like literally about to, because everything's going so badly. And he's not obligated to see me or anything, but I was just like, we're texting, I was like, oh, do you think we can talk? Do you think we do this? Yeah. And he's like, I'm sorry, like I can't. And this is at the point where I'm now, I'm like, the only thing that I needed and the only thing that was gonna soothe my mind was him. So I was like, can I please, I just need to see you right now. I just need to be in your presence. I just need your love. And not even in a toxic, manipulative way. And that's something that I need to clarify, because that's never the case with us. I just maybe was a little bit dependent on him. And that's something that I definitely need to work on moving forward, because I've never been like that, ever. I've always been very hyper independent, but something about him, I don't know. He was like, okay, I mean, if you want to, I'm at the library, and this is like pretty much, now it's late. It's like getting closer to like 10 p.m. or something. So I'm like, okay. At first I was like, no, it's whatever. I was kind of sad, but I understood the circumstances. And I was with one of my friends at the time, Jolie, we love her. And I was like, yeah, no, I need to, I'm not in a good mental place right now. I need to go see you. So I was like, all right, I'll just go to the library. I go. He's doing work, and I didn't know though. I thought he was gonna be by himself. Surprise! Surprise! He's there with a few of his other little friends. Love some of them. Others I didn't really know too well, so I was just like, okay. I just go and I pull up, and I'm also in my Spanish grind right now, which will be definitely invoked a lot later when I have more free time when I graduate. But I was watching my show, I just put on my headphones, and I didn't even need to talk to him. I know he was busy, and the last thing I wanted to do was distract him. So I was like, I'm just gonna put my headphones on. I was watching my show, vibing. I was just like, all right, my mind is a little bit clearer, I guess, you know? And then a few hours go by. He's like, yeah, all right, he's pretty much done with whatever he needs to do for that day. I'm like, okay, bet. And in my mind, I'm like all optimistic and giddy. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, no, I really thought that I was gonna be able to, I don't know, sleep over or something, or him come to my place, because we just have that love for each other. And I knew that wouldn't be, again, in retrospect, it would be so beautiful. And I know this was the best course of action, everything getting shut down, because respectfully, it would have just been a cycle of like, it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't gonna do what I need to do. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna go, I have to go back home. He had to wake up really early for a project. And I asked, I was like, do you think it'll be okay if, I don't know, I stay with you or something? I just really don't want to be alone. Because respectfully, I just, again, with the worst fucking day of my life ever, you know, I don't want to be alone. Even though it would have been beneficial for me, I don't even know if that's the case. It would have been a distraction for me. Not even a distraction, but it would have made me just continue to remain reliant and feed this delusion that things would work back out now. Even though we don't have the foundation at the moment for getting back together, and then 3 years of distance, you know? We're talking, eventually it's just like, I'm sorry. He can't, he needs to be alone. And I kept pushing because, again, I really, 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 really just needed him during that time. But I was overstepping and crossing boundaries that I knew that it would not be beneficial for him, you know? It would just deter, diminish all of the healing that he's doing, and also all the healing that I've been doing as well, you know? I think one of my end goals in life is to get to a place where I know the love is always there. I know the love will always be there. And that's something I'm very grateful for. But I know there's a whole bunch of shit that I need to do in order to eventually be in a place where we can captivate and make that love last a lifetime. Or even if it's not meant to be, and things that don't end up working out later on, or even though, again, I'm not working right now to be back with him, you know, that's why I'm letting go. And I know he needs to do the same, at least for the temporary. There's a lot of growing that I need to do. I'm very excited because I've already started the journey and it's been very beautiful so far. But we gotta make it happen, you know? Anyways. Long story short, let's just say DPS was cold. Oh, we don't like that. I eventually made it home by myself. Maybe DPS was cold, maybe yeah. But we did it. And then, yeah, that was the worst day of my entire life. I lost the competition. I lost both concerts. I lost my health. And most importantly, I thought I lost the love of my life. And I'm being so dramatic right now because lost is crazy. I don't know what the future holds regarding that. But the thing is, I know we gotta take things one step at a time. And respectfully, before anything, I need to make sure I become the next superstar. Respectfully, I gotta get my shit together first. But you know, y'all gonna hate to see me with money because if I get big change, I get big checks. He's family forever. He'll always be family. His family, him, they're getting so much money. They're gonna be set. And regardless, that's not even a way to tempt or persuade. Honestly, at this point in my healing process, I just want to, as long as he's having the most perfect life for him, monetary is one thing that I know causes a lot of stress, a lot of turmoil. I want to take that away for all of his family, for everything, you know? Because regardless, he truly deserves it. Because he has such a beautiful soul. And slowly and surely, I'm starting to have one as well. So, while that was undoubtedly the worst day of my entire life, once you hit rock bottom, at least you can only go up from here. And it's already been starting. Superstardom will come very soon. Mark my words. Oh, and I forgot to mention the cherry on top. The following morning, April 2nd, right? I wake up, I'm depressed, delusional, and I'm going through it. Like, this is honestly the saddest I've been pretty much ever, you know? Tell me why my bank gets hacked. Not only does my bank get hacked, they close down all of my cards. And to just top everything off, right? I get scammed out of all my money. Ooh. When I tell you, like, it was just comedic. It was ironic how, I don't know. It was just, that was just a kick in the gut. That was the universe saying, yeah, fuck you, bitch. So yeah, that concludes everything. And even though it wasn't that much money, it was still like enough to like make me survive through the rest of the semester. Like, yeah, but it's okay. Superstardom, here we come.